Hello and welcome. My name is Robin and you're watching a Robin Reads. Today I want to talk about my TBR for the month of July and including also my TBR for the reading rush. If you don't know, the reading rush is a readathon that happens every year. First it was called the booktubeathon, but now it's called the reading rush, and like everyone on booktube probably is participating. And yeah, I participated last year and I really enjoyed it, so wanted to participate this year again as well. First, again, want to mention the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm still just supporting you guys, and please check out my video on that. But let's get started with the books. First, I'm going to mention my TBR for July and then the Reading Rush TBR. So, the first book I want to mention is for the YearaThon that I always participate in. And that week we have the theme for reading like Olympic books, I think. So, basically with a sport in the book. And therefore I chose this one. It's called Zlatan by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He is a very famous soccer player, and yeah, I really liked him as a soccer player. And yeah, I just really want to read more autobiographies, so therefore I picked this one up, and it sounded pretty interesting, and now I'm finally going to read it. So that is the first book. Then the second book I want to mention is for my Dutch book club. We chose the theme of read a book with music in the book, and we chose therefore Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book everyone knows, I think, and I'm a bit late to the party, but I am going to read it. This book I actually gave as a present to my neighbor, and she really liked it, so therefore I'm very excited about this one, and we shall see if I like it, but very excited. Then for the Devour Your TBR book club that I always do, I'm going to read science fiction because it's SciFi July. And I'm just going to read 3 books that I mentioned in my series TBR. And the first one that I have is Matched by Condie. And I also have The Eye of Minds by James Dashner, and Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. I will get those from the library as soon as possible, but those are a bit lower on my priority. Then a book I picked up recently because it was in my free little library, and I saw it and I thought, why not try it? And that is The Green Mile by Stephen King. I have heard that this is more of a thriller, so please let me know down below if that is the case, because I don't read horror, but I like thrillers, so therefore I picked this one up, and don't really know much about it, but I know it's a very famous book and also a famous movie. So yeah, therefore I picked this up, and I'm putting it on my TBR because I really want to try and read the books that I can as soon as that I get as soon as possible. So therefore putting it on my TBR, but who knows if I'm going to get to it. So then in the first part of the month, just the 1st of July until maximum like the 12th of July, I think, I'm going to do the another challenge video, my Reading the Rainbow challenge video, and the color that I chose this time is the color white, because I have a lot of white books, and I really just want to, as I mentioned in my last video, my mid-year check-in tag video, that I just really want to read more books that I own. So this challenge video is a great way to do that. So I picked 5 books again, and I'm just going to try and read them in probably like 12 days. So The first one is The One You Really Want by Jill Mansell. I mentioned in my reading plans check-in that I really want to read more of Jill Mansell because I have enjoyed her books. Previously, a couple of years ago, I bought a lot of her books, and yeah, I just really want to read this. Jill Mansell writes romance novels, and yeah, they aren't smutty, so therefore I like them. Then I have this one. It's a Dutch book, but translation sort of is The Eyewitness by Simone van der Vlught. A very short book, therefore I'm just gonna read it. It's like 80 pages. And yeah, this author I really like, so I'm curious to see if I like this short, what is it, novella I think. So that is also one. Then I'm going to read The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. This one has been on my TBR for probably like a year or more. I have actually read the Dutch version of this book when I was younger, because then I listened to a lot of audiobooks, and then I read this one as an audiobook, and I just really loved it. And yeah, it's pretty short, so therefore I just want to read it and see if I still like it. Then another one that has been on my TBR for a couple of times, and I just want to get to those books, and that is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. This is an adult thriller. This is the movie cover, very famous movie I think, and I've heard a lot of good things about this book and also about the movie, so very excited to read this, and it's like 300 pages I think, so that's oh no, it's more like 400, but yeah, let's just read it. And then another book that I recently picked up from my free little library, and that is The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult is also a very famous author I think, and I haven't read anything by her. I have another book by her, but yeah, I haven't read that yet. But yeah, going to try and read this, but this is also very low on my priority because it's very big. It's over 500 pages, so yeah. But pretty excited to read this. I think it's like more of a drama kind of book, so we shall see if I like it. And yeah, those are all the books I'm going to read this month. And then onto the books I'm going to read for the reading rush. So it's from the 20th to the 26th of July. And there are 7 prompts as always. And I'm going to try and fulfill all 7 prompts. And yeah, let's see if I can do that. So the first prompt is read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. So I was born in January, so my birthstone is garnet, I think you pronounce that. And yeah, they said it can have a lot of colors, but dark red is the main color. So I chose this one. Yeah, it's a little bit dark red here, but yeah, I didn't really have a lot of dark red books that were small, because I'm not going to read like a very big book for this readathon. So therefore I chose this one, and I think this can count. This is called The Sea, a Song by J. Slauerhoff. He is a very famous Dutch author, and this is a poetry like collection of his. And yeah, I've read one other book by him and really liked it, so therefore I want to read this. And it's like 50 pages and it's like poetry, so this is going to be a very quick read. Last year actually I also read 7 books and I fulfilled that, so therefore I want to do it again, because again I want to get rid of a couple of books, and therefore I chose very small books. The second prompt is read a book that starts with the word the, and therefore I chose The Boy in Striped Pyjamas by John Boyne. I actually already wanted to read this book because every month I do the monthly keyword reading challenge, and one of the keywords for this month was boy. So therefore I want to read this, and it's pretty short. It's a little bit over 200 pages, so that's awesome. And yeah, I'm just very curious to see if I like it. It's a historical fiction about World War II, about a little boy in a concentration camp and one on the outside, and they become friends. So curious to see what I think of that. Then the third prompt is read a book that is inspired by a movie you've already seen. So I really struggled with this one. So first I thought, why not read The Hate You Give? But then I thought, yeah, it's over 500 pages. That's not a good idea. So then I thought The Sun is also a star, because that one is on my TBR Purse Challenge. Well, that was 400 pages, so not a very good idea. So then I searched and found this one. The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. And I have seen the movie and in the cinema, and I loved it. It was super good with Woody Harrelson, and just really liked the story. And yeah, therefore I'm just gonna read that one. And I think it's around 300 pages, so I think that is sort of doable. Then the fourth prompt is read the first book you touch. So what I did, I made a little pile of very small books that I own. And I just did this, and then, okay, the first one. And the first one that I picked was this one. It's called The Theater, the Letter and the Truth. It's by Harry Mulisch. He is a very famous Dutch author. We have like 5 very big Dutch authors, and he is one of them. You might have heard of him. A lot of his work is also translated, so if you're interested, please look into that. I really like him. He is probably one of my favorite authors. So and I haven't read this one, so pretty excited to read that. Then the fifth prompt is read a book completely outside of your house, and therefore I chose this book. It's a pretty weird Dutch title, but it's called Rinkel de Kink by Martine Bijl. And this one is like a memoir by Martine Bijl. I think she had dementia when she wrote this or something, and yeah, just her struggle with that is in this book. And it's very, very small. It's like 40 pages, so therefore I chose it. And this one has also been on my TBR before, and I really want to read those books because, just don't want to put things on my TBR and then never read them. And again, very short, so that's a good one. Then the sixth one is read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of. So that was a bit of a difficult question, but yeah, I just chose a book that I am very excited to read, and I think it will be a quick read, and that is The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. I mentioned this one in my TBR, my library book haul that I did. I got this one from the library. Don't have it here yet, but it's there for me to pick up. And this is a book in verse, so therefore I thought it would be a very quick read because it's about 300 pages, but poetry, so probably will go pretty quickly. Then the last prompt is read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. And I struggled a little bit with that one as well, because like the smaller books that I own are a lot of Dutch books, and of course I live in the Netherlands, so that was a bit hard. But then I saw this one, and that is Manga Messiah by Hidenori Kumai. And this book I got as a gift from someone because they wanted me to know a bit more about the Bible. And I actually don't know a lot about the Bible, and pretty excited to read this one because I think just the overall Bible story is told in this book, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And yeah, of course it's based in where this story takes place. Not sure, I think it's Asia. Or, yeah, I think Asia. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But, yeah, so pretty excited to read this one. And I think because it's a manga, it will go by pretty quickly. So, those are all the books that I want to read for the reading rush. And, yeah, pretty much those are all the plans that I have for this month. Again, as I said, some books are lower priority, but I'm just gonna try and read them all. I know it isn't very diverse at the moment, but I really want to focus on hauling a lot of books. But I have, of course, my library book haul that I did, so if I have time, I will read some other books, more diverse books. So yeah, that was my TBR for the month of July. Let me know down below if you are going to participate in a reading rush. Please link your video because I really would like to see that. And yeah, I really hope that you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you later.